Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the final public hearing on the budget for fiscal year 2020 through 2021. It's Monday, September 21st. It's 5:05 p.m. Please join me in rising for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Robin Aki.
Here.
Councilmember Marv Beam.
His thing is muted. I see him.
Marv, unmute.
Yeah.
Here.
Councilmember Dave Gaddis.
Here.
Councilmember Jody Shirley.
Here.
Councilmember Rita Swope.
Here.
Vice Mayor Glenn Gunn.
Here.
Mayor Joseph Manzo.
Here.
And City Manager Lynn Reeves.
Here.
Okay, thank you. I'm just going to let everyone know this is a little bit different than what we normally do. This is kind of scripted. In fact, it's actually scripted word for word. And the public comments are going to come before we call for the motion. So when I ask for if there's any public comments, which will be coming right after I speak and talk about the millage rate, that will be the only opportunity to discuss anything with regard to the tax, for the tax proposal. So with that, I'm going to defer to the city manager, who's going to read Resolution 2020-13.
Mayor and Council, this is consideration of Resolution 2020-13, a resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, establishing the final ad valorem millage rate for fiscal year 2021 for the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida at 2.0394 mils and establishing effective date.
Okay, thank you. So the millage rate for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 is 2.0394 mils, which is higher than the rolled back rate of 1.9557 mils. The rolled back rate is the millage rate that will provide the same ad valorem tax revenue as was levied during a prior year. The rolled back rate is higher than last fiscal year's due to an increase in this year's property values by 4.95%. The reason for setting the millage rate at 2.0394 is to fund expenses for the general fund for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. That's a prepared statement that was presented to me by the city. Okay, with that, I'm going to open the public hearing. This public hearing time is the only time the public will speak with regards to the tax millage rate. So at this point, I'm going to ask if the city clerk has any comments from the public.
No, there are no raised hands.
Okay. Seeing no comments, then I'm going to close the public comments and I'm going to ask for a motion. The motion will be for what the city manager read, which is consideration of Resolution 2020-13, resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, establishing the final ad valorem millage rate for fiscal year 2020 through 2021 for the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida at 2.0394 mils and establishing an effective rate. Will someone make a motion, please?
So moved.
Marv Beam makes the motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Dave Gaddis is second. Any council comments? Glenn Gunn.
Just for clarification purposes, you spoke about the rollback rate. Just for record and archive purposes, I'd like to clarify that the 2.0394 is basically just a freeze of the previous year's millage rate.
That's fine. That again, these are comments that were presented to me by the city manager. I'm not sure whether they come from the city manager or from the city attorney, but I'm just reading exactly what was presented to me. These are not it's not my opinion.
Roger that.
Okay. Any other comments? Okay. Then at this point, I'm going to call the question. So again, I'll read it a third time just so because it is the taxes, I want to be sure that everybody's understanding. So this is consideration of Resolution 2020-13, a resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, establishing the final ad valorem millage rate for the fiscal year 2020 through 2021 for the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida at 2.0394 mils and establishing an effective date. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Councilmember Beam,
Aye.
Councilmember Gaddis.
Aye.
You said aye.
Yes.
Thank you. Councilmember Shirley,
Aye.
Councilmember Swope,
Aye.
Councilmember Aki,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Gunn,
Aye.
Nay.
Mayor Manzo.
So it passes 6-1. The millage rate for next year will be, for next fiscal year will be 2.0394, and the effective date will be, this will begin October 1st, 2020 and last through September 30th, 2021. At this point, City Manager, unless there's anything else that you have to add to that, I do have to read this one piece, right?
Right.
Okay.
Correct.
So again, the prepared comments are: final millage rate for the City of Bel Air Beach is 2.0394 mils for fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 and ending September 30th, 2021. And this is 4.28% higher than the rolled back rate of 1.9557 mils due to a 4.95% increase in property values. The purpose for setting the millage rate at 2.0394 is to fund the general fund expenses for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 through September 30th, 2021. City Manager, is there anything else that we need to do on that?
No. Thank you, Mayor.
You're welcome. Thank you. Okay, so now we are going to go to item B, which is Resolution 2020-14, and I'm going to pass it off to the City Manager again.
Mayor and Council, this is consideration of Resolution 2020-14, a resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, making appropriations for certain expenditures, expenses, capital improvements, and certain indebtedness of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 and ending September 30th, 2021 and establishing an effective date.
Okay, thank you. So again, similar to before with the tax rate, this will be the only time for the public to comment on with regarding to the budget here. So Madam Clerk, I'm going to ask if there are any public comments.
No raised hands.
Seeing there's no raised hands, we're going to close public comments. And at this point, I will ask for a motion. The motion will be for consideration of Resolution 2020-14, a resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, making appropriations for certain expenditures, expenses, capital improvements, and certain indebtedness of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 and ending September 30th, 2021 and establishing an effective day. Will someone make a motion, please?
So moved.
Mark Beam. And a second?
Second.
I
Jody.
think that was Jody Shirley.
Yes, Jody.
Okay, got it. Okay, any comments from council? There being no comments, I'm going to close then the discussion, and I'm going to read I'm going to call the question. So we are voting on consideration of Resolution 2020-14, a resolution of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida, making appropriations for certain expenditures, expenses, capital improvements, and certain indebtedness of the City of Bel Air Beach, Florida for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 and ending September 30th, 2021 and establishing an effective date. Madam Clerk, I'm going to ask you to call the roll.
Councilmember Gaddis,
Aye.
Councilmember Shirley,
Aye.
Councilmember Swope,
Aye.
Councilmember Aki,
Aye.
Councilmember Beam,
Aye.
Vice Mayor Gunn,
Aye.
Mayor Manzo.
Nay. So it will pass 6-1. And what I'm going to read the statement that was prepared. It says Resolution 2020-14 is adopted, establishing a budget for the City of Bel Air Beach for the fiscal year beginning October 1st, 2020 and ending September 30th, 2021 with the final millage rate of 2.0394 mils, which is 4.28% higher than the rolled back rate of 1.9557 mils. City Manager, is there anything else that needs to be added to this?
No, Mayor.
There being no other business, I'm going to ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you, everyone. We'll see you in October. I think the governor is still out, right, Lynn? He hasn't.
Yes, he hasn't updated anything. If we'll make the determination if it's in person or not when we hear something.
Okay, I think we have till October 6th, right? Our meeting is the 6th or 5th, is it? Something like that?
Yes.
The 5th. Okay, so we should have time. So just let us know. Thank you.
Mayor, can we bring some stuff by in the morning to sign? Do you have time?
Yeah. How's about 10:30?
Okay. Okay, that'll work.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay safe, everybody.
Take care, everyone.